A Sunday sermon goes sideways.
All right.
This live stream shows Bishop Lamar Whitehead ducking as a masked man appears.
It was definitely a heinous act. It was in violation of every code.
Police say the robbers came in here, where Whitehead is using space for his work with leaders of the Tomorrow Church, stealing more than $1 million worth of jewelry from him and his wife.
Ooh, that's it's hard to process that he would have that amount in the community, a small community like that. That's like pretty amazing, and wow.
Whitehead took to Facebook to say he's been flooded with support, but Whitehead, who's been known for his expensive taste, says people have been wondering why he and his wife had 7 figures worth of jewelry while delivering a Sunday sermon.
I help so many men and women out here in these streets. So why can't I buy what I want to buy? Why can't I wear what I want to wear?
But in the video, he says he doesn't care about material things, just that he's alive. Now Whitehead says he's offering $50,000 to anyone who can help police in arresting the people involved.
When you put a gun to my 8-month-old daughter who is just beginning life, you must be caught.
But he says he hopes they just turn themselves in. Police are investigating to figure out who those people were on that video. Now Whitehead has called Mayor Adams a mentor in the past. On Monday, the mayor released a statement not mentioning Whitehead by name, but saying that no one should be the victim of an armed robbery, let alone any faith leaders inside a house of worship. In Brooklyn, Eric Feldman, New York 1.
Today is Wednesday, July 27th. The year is 2022. So I'm still a little confused about this pastor who got robbed in New York of $1 million worth of jewelry that he had in his possession and was wearing that night when he was in church service. $1 million worth of jewelry. It's like, if you all don't find that odd or strange that a pastor of a small church, small storefront church, would invest $1 million in gold chains and rings versus a building where he could build a larger facility. What kind of churches do y'all go to? I mean, y'all niggas just fall up in anybody's damn church? He just fling open a damn gate on a main street next to a bodega and say that's a church, and y'all just show up to praise Jesus? Any old body? $1 million in gold chains and jewelry and stuff. Something ain't right with this shit. How could that small church, little small church we have, generate that type of income? Maybe I'm thinking, looking at this the wrong way. And what else is this man doing aside before he opened up this church, or this church? How is he that successful of a church? They said he had 25 people in the congregation when he got robbed of the $1 million worth of stuff. I mean, good Lord, in jewelry, what does his house look like? I mean, I'm just trying to figure this out. Like, how could you have in your possession, around your neck and on your hands and rings, on your hands and fingers, $1 million worth of jewelry? If that ain't no nigga shit, I don't know what else it is. I am not a religious person. I don't attend anybody's church. I don't want to get. I'm not going to fall behind these pastors and this fake religion, Jesus crap. But if that doesn't set off a warning bell in y'all's head about these fake pastors and ministers and deacons and bishops running around in the black community, robbing and well, I guess they're not really robbing because he got robbed, so Is the pastor, are they robbing the community to go out and buy these expensive jewelry? I mean, I'm thinking this must be some type of insurance scam. I bet he had that shit insured to the fucking hilt. And jewelry is one of those possessions where who determines if this gold chain is worth $1 million? Or if this diamond ring is worth $100,000 or whatever he had to add it up to $1 million. That's some expensive ass shit. And you just walk around New York City. But who does that? Who walks around a large urban city like New York with $1 million worth of jewelry on? Do people do this every day? I mean, I don't live in New York. I didn't know people really wore gold chains and stuff. I thought that era had come and gone back in the 80s. You know, I had a gold chain back decades ago. I don't even see people wearing gold chains anymore. I don't know. Maybe I'm not paying attention. That's why I can ask questions today. Do niggas still wear gold chains? I know they wear rings and stuff. I mean, a wedding ring. Maybe I'm confused. How the fuck that nigga got that $1 million of jewelry on in that damn church? And then people sitting in that congregation, did they know this man was up there with $1 million worth of jewelry around his neck? While they suffering in that little small rat hole of a church he set up? Did y'all see that storefront church? I remember going to Chicago as a little kid. We were Jehovah's Witnesses, and we would go to these conventions in Chicago, and they would always have them. It's some part of town, like an old theater or something. And the area where we would go to these conventions, they would last all weekend. It was in an area that had all these like little storefront stores, and Gary didn't have that type of. The only way I can describe it is if you live in Harlem or New York, all these little storefront stores, they have those little bodegos and stuff. So I wasn't familiar with the setup until we started going to the Kingdom Hall, the Jehovah's Witnesses conventions in Chicago, and you see all these little stores up and down these streets. And I used to love it because right after the convention was going on, I was wandering up and down the streets looking around. You know, that's when Chicago was much safer. I don't want to try that shit now. But I always wondered where in Chicago was that convention being held? What building were they having that at? Chicago was very intriguing to me as a little kid. And when I saw that picture of the outside of the storefront, I said, Lord, he didn't open up a damn rat hole. A rat hole of a church. I ain't hating. I need to open up me a rat hole of a church. I got bills to pay over here. I need to figure this shit out. You know, give me $1 million. I ain't gonna buy spending on no fucking jewelry though. If that shit, put it in the bank. Y'all love that Jesus shit. Love it. You give your last dime. I've read story after story after story about people giving their last to these pastors, deacons, ministers, bishops, giving while they are suffering in poverty. They making sure they give to these damn churches. And then motherfuckers who run them churches run their ass to the Bentley dealership. Or the Ferrari dealership. I remember Bishop Eddie Long, rest his soul in hell. When he was running around in Atlanta, he always had these expensive ass cars. I mean, Maybachs and Rolls Royces and all kinds of expensive stuff. I bumped into him at a dealership buying $300,000-$400,000 cars. Church packed with people. Massive church out there. New Birth Church. Massive, huge building. Same thing with Creflo Dollar. He had a massive church, still does. I see him at car dealerships buying expensive ass cars too. Y'all know y'all a fool for putting these pastors on some pedestal, giving them all that goddamn money. For what? You're dumb and you're stupid. If you donate any of your money to these ignorant, these thieving ass pastors, you're a fool. This man got $1 million worth of jewelry around his neck. Where he get the money from to buy that? The church members? That little small ass church? Come on now. More like a part-time minister, full-time drug dealer look like to me. I could be wrong. I'm probably right though. I love to follow his ass around. I bet you the feds all over his ass right about now. $1 million of the jury in that little church. They probably drove by that church and said they had to drive by 2-3 times before they found. There it is, now. We done drove by it a couple times. Get them agents over there and watch this church. Or something right here. Those small. Y'all love them that pastors though. Y'all give y'all laughs to them niggas. I swear I need to open up me a church. I've been thinking about shutting a restaurant, deal with fried chicken and food and heat and hot and serving up niggas and they fuck bitching and complaining and sending the food back and you trying to satisfy their fucking picky asses and they causing all this ruckus and risking getting robbed and fussing and fighting and cleaning up trash and rats running around outside. You gotta get it. It's a lot of work. I said, that's a lot. That's too much. I'm a damn good cook, but I don't want to deal with all that shit. But open up a church, all you gotta do is get a couple Bibles, some fancy threads, curtains all over the damn place, a backdrop, some chairs. They ain't even got the match. Just go down to Goodwill, get a bunch of chairs, just throw them in there, child. Rent an old clothes store, old gas station, gas. You needed something. Past the members to come in, throw on some air conditioning. I didn't even know they'd make it hot in there. Okay, make sure I'm cool up for the fan on my black ass. Keep the electricity down low, bills low. It ain't that hard to open up a church and you motherfuckers will show up in droves. I'm going to Pastor Hampton's church, Deacon Hampton. Pastor, Deacon, Bishop, Brother Hampton. I'll put all of them damn things. I get to feel important. Y'all motherfuckers will show up too. Gotta have a good choir to entertain y'all motherfuckers. That's easy to find. I can go get some crackheads. They sing all the time. Y'all have this, that, on the street and listen and sing. Okay, you come over and sing. Y'all get. All you gotta do is put this robe on. Start singing your favorite gospel hymn up there. They love that entertainment. Niggas know they love to be entertained in church. They remember nothing about the sermon, but they remember them songs they were singing. They were singing. Make sure you sing one of these songs every Sunday. They love that one song. Every Sunday. Now I come out and do my sermon. Good 20-minute music playing in the background. The little creepy music. While I'm talking about all the bad shit y'all done did and how God gonna forgive you for it. But the most important thing for me discussing that church is y'all got to pass that plate. Pay your 20%, 15%, 20%, 30%. I don't give a fuck what it is. You're trying to get into heaven. You might have to pay 50% out, Y'all will do it too. Black folks love that Jesus mess. Love it. Like y'all sick in the head. Y'all don't realize this shit's fake. They get upset. You said it was fake. It is fake. $1 million worth of fucking jewelry. I won't be, at least at my church, I won't be taking my money doing that type of bullshit. I'm gonna give back to the community. Hot dogs every Saturday. I got outside the church. I grill them myself. I ain't gonna pay no chef. I grill them hot dogs. I let these niggas eat these hot dogs. I gave $1 million in donations and hot dogs over the past year to the homeless. And he fed us hot dogs. No accountability. Who would sit up in that church with a pastor with $1 million worth of gold necklaces, tacky ass shit around his damn neck? Niggas. This is so disgusting. I can't even say welcome to Niggerville, y'all. This is the lowest of the low. But we see these tacky churches all over the place. Sometimes you drive through some of these rough neighborhoods in Atlanta, you get a church on every corner. I remember one time a few years back, I rode up to Flint, Michigan. I'm pretty sure it was Flint. It was one of those cities in Michigan. A friend of mine had to take care of something as I rode up there with him. We drove from Atlanta to Flint. Ooh, no. It was wherever they had that dome at, the Silver Dome, that big building that they had the Olympics. I mean, they had one year they had a Super Bowl there. They had this big dome, the Silver Dome. Now they tore it down or something. Anyway, we were at this, I don't know if it was Flint. Where was that place? It was a church literally on every corner. I was in shock. Middle of the block, church. Po niggas as far as I could see. I said, ooh, this is horrible. Raggedy ass houses, a church here, raggedy house, church here, raggedy house, church here, raggedy house. Niggas everywhere. And excuse my language if that word nigga offend you, but there was niggas everywhere. It was hot out there. I had stayed at this hotel, which was one of the nice hotels. I ain't one of these hotels. I went there, I got to lock that door. I said, ooh, somebody else inside here. He went around. We go in here, we go in there. No, you go in there, and you go in there. I'm staying in the cold comfort of this hotel room with the door locked. Them niggas look deadly out there. I turned on the news, watching it. Them niggas were shooting and killing everything in sight. Anything that moved. I said, okay, these niggas crazy up here. We need to get out of here. Oh, this is my hometown. I see. And he was a crazy nigga too. So yeah, he was shooting. The apple didn't fall too far from the tree. You know, and I went to his family's house. His mother was a sweet lady. I remember that shit. They were having something was going on. He had his family members there. His mom, some big event was going on. And the event was very nice at his mom's house. His mom had a nice house. Ooh, that area, that whole area, the whole city was just. Whew. I'm gonna say it was Flint. I can't remember the city. Where it was, I need to remember because I ain't ever going back to that motherfucker. There was a church everywhere. And then that Sunday, when we were there, they had this big event for, I think it's his mom. Maybe they had been married for years. I can't remember what it was. They had this big event at this church. I wasn't going to go at first. But then I decided, it's not too far. Let me get on up and be entertained. Went to this massive church, hundreds of people. That choir sang. I thought I was watching a Broadway production. It was that good. I said, oh, these niggas were jumping around. I said, what is this? I don't really attend church that much. I don't attend church at all. Didn't grow up in that type of environment. Grew up as a Jehovah's Witness. We didn't have them type of massive choirs and dancing and singing and all that stuff. I might still be a Jehovah's Witness if we had that type of entertainment like them folks were doing. I was thoroughly entertained at them 8 hours we spent in church that Sunday in Flint, Michigan. Y'all can have that church mess. I couldn't even fake it. You know what I'm saying? I couldn't even get up and fake like I'm into that mess just to make the money. I'd be sick to my stomach. I'd have to do drugs and walk out here and talk to these crazy niggas about this Jesus mess. I just couldn't. My spirit just wouldn't. My soul, you know, we don't have spirits, so I just would not sit well with that fake mess. Well, I don't know. I'm so sick of these niggas. It's hot out here. Anyway, I know I'm sitting outside here. I try to do some videos outside for the blazing heat. This has been the hottest summer on record. Ooh. Yesterday we were out here working around here. It was so hot. I took 2 or 3 showers yesterday because I was sweating. Well, well, y'all, I'm about to get out this heat and go my ass in this house. It's hot out here. I'm drinking this damn coffee. I was looking at the temperature. It's supposed to rain today. Today is says 82 degrees right now, and we're up to 94. What is this? I'm sorry, y'all. But anyway, let me get out of here and get in this house and get into this cool air conditioning because it's cold. I might take a little shower too. It's going on 10 o'clock today. It's Wednesday, July 27th. Ooh, it's sliding at my damn coffee. My damn coffee. Today is Friday, Wednesday, July 27th. The year is 2022. I'm out of here and enjoy the rest of your day. I'm out of here.